Hello everyone, welcome back. And it's time to be gone with this tower for good.
I'm down with this.
So let's just get this boss fight over with.
Sounds good.
How? Where is the pillar on which that platform is supported coming from? We literally just walked over a bridge that we could see underneath.
Uh-huh.
It folded,
Hey, look.
maybe. I don't know.
It's acting strange. He must be weak from losing
Also,
his tail.
he looks really dumb up close. And, you know, without the tail.
Yeah, looks plenty feisty to me.
He's bluffing to scare us off. Let's just go with that, alright?
Survival
Come on.
instincts.
We can do this.
Wow, okay then.
Yeah, here we go. So this is Dekcus. He is the flying asshole that's been harassing us pretty much this entire time. And now we get our revenge on him.
Insert Prince of Persia warrior within joke here.
So, basically, he's gonna start off by he doesn't do a whole lot. He'll throw fire and thunder at you. He'll occasionally swipe at you, but the real fight doesn't start for a little while. So you got some time to put your buffs up and drop some debuffs on him, whatever you want to do.
So this looks like he does the phase thing. Where he's got a I'm gonna sit around doing nothing phase. And then, oh hey, I'm going to hit you with some attacks phase. And then, oh hey, I'm gathering energy phase. And then a hey, I really hope you've got your protect and shell up phase.
Not really.
No?
No, he's a little more nuanced than that.
Nuance.
Well, not okay. Nuance is the wrong word there, but
Let's not give praise we can't take back here.
okay. So foul utterance, that weird attack he did earlier. I don't really know what that does aside from it does about 1,000 damage, and it might come with a dispel. Maybe I don't honestly know what it does. It's nothing useful though, at least as far as he's concerned.
How odd.
Okay, here we go. This is where it starts. Fulminous Firestorm does a rather lot of damage, and it will inflict imperil at the same time.
Okay, yes. That's a thing.
Yeah, and once he goes into this mode, he will start throwing out Faragas and Thundagas.
Well, it's a good thing we've got those bar spells then. Except you can only have one of those up.
Yeah, you can only have one bar up at a time. But anyway, while he's in this mode, he is weak to ice and water, and he's, you know, obviously absorbs fire and lightning.
And he just cast haste on himself, but he's staggered. So...
Yeah, so it doesn't do him any good.
Oh, by the way, foul utterance, magic damage, and triple dispel.
Ah, okay, that makes sense.
So yeah, you were right, just, you know, not right enough.
So yeah, it is really easy to get his multiplier up.
Yeah, it looks like it.
So unfortunately, in this particular run, I don't have anything with 3 command, or 2, yeah, I don't have aggression up, so not quite as efficient as it really should be.
Yeah, it still looks like you could take him down in 2 stagger phases.
Yeah, we're into the point where, you know, party composition is just a matter of optimization.
So after a while, we'll see his next big thing. Diluvial Plague is the absolute worst thing he can throw at you. And I'll let the game speak for itself here.
Yikes.
Yeah, that is a lot of slowly disappearing blue things and slowly appearing red things. We got Debrave, Defaith, Protect, well, Deprotect, Poison, Slow, Curse, Deshell. That's like everything.
Yeah, that is every debuff in one. If you have TP to burn, this is an excellent time to throw out a Dispelga, because that will wipe the field for everything. If you don't, you could do it the wrong way, like I'm doing it here.
Yeah, you've got TP, what are you doing? Oh, you could summon.
You can do a lot of things. You shouldn't do it like what I did there.
Yeah. That seems less than perfectly efficient.
So, now that we've finally got all those debuffs gone, he also has Bone Chilling Breaker, which is the exact same thing as Fulminous Firestorm, but with ice and water instead of fire and electric.
Makes sense.
Okay, well now I see where the thing that you can mistake for nuance comes from.
I mean, at this point, he's done. As soon as we get the next stagger up, it's just...
Well, as a great construct once says, he's still jiggling around a bit, but believe me, he's dead. Also, I'm pretty sure I quoted that wrong, but whatever. So... 5 seconds?
Yeah, pretty much just watching the numbers go down at this point.
Or up, depending on which one you're looking at.
I quite like Final Fantasy XIII's large number display system where it gradually ticks up before fading out.
Yeah, it looks nice.
I think it's a cool little micro advancement.
So yeah, that's not a very good run. But, you know, Dekcus a pretty big guy, you know?
Yes?
I feel like we have something that we can use that takes advantage of that.
I don't know, maybe if you had some kind of something that hit in an area that was based on projecting several lines out in an arc that could all connect with the same thing.
Yeah, so, this is why we use Saz's Blitz. Just keep an eye on his HP meter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. I'm not sure if that was really intended, but it works.
Yeah, it's like there it is. You can very clearly see Saz's assault rifle animation in this. Like, if you watch it after this, oh, okay, he's dead. Shit. Well, okay, you could totally have seen it there. Yeah, it's something like Saz's Blitz hits something like 6 times?
It's like 8 or 9 times, I think. It's a lot.
Yeah, as opposed to just doing 2 attacks,
Look,
which would have a total, I think it's like 4 weak hits with Saz. And his guns are weird sometimes. But yeah, the point is, if you can get all of his attacks to connect on one target, then it's massively more efficient to use Blitz than it is to use Attack.
we are free. We go
And this
now
can be
to hunt down
something of a game breaker later, as I'm sure we're going to
I
demonstrate
guess that means
much
there are still
later.
more monsters like that one out there.
Yeah, I
Sounds
remember
like it.
using that
Somewhere
too.
out there on Grand Pulse.
It's one of the very few ways to make certain fights bearable.
Big hunk of rock, that thing sure can move.
Guess they're just doing what they can too. Trying to save the world.
What?
Yeah, well, it's not all on them.
Hey, Fang sounds a little
Last
bitter
time I
here.
checked,
I'm not
we
sure
are
what's
still
going
in this
on.
fight.
What is going on in that? I haven't really been paying attention to the cutscene.
Ereba's right down there then.
Oh, they're philosophizing on the nature
So
of
what's
the
it like?
statues that
It's
they
pretty
interacted
simple,
with.
but it's warm and green and very naturey.
Around the Fal'Cie,
Sure.
it was flowers as far as you could see, huh?
It's almost as though
View from here?
all of the stuff in this dungeon was shoehorned in at the last minute by people who had no idea what any of it was referring to.
No. I need to see for myself.
So, yeah. Green, naturey, lots of flowers.
Very picturesque.
Close enough.
It's all gone.
Well, it is picturesque, but probably not for the reason that they wanted.
Every trace of color.
Also, is it just your video, or did the frame rate just
We're chasing
totally
shadows.
fucking tank
This
there?
whole idea of losing
Yeah, no,
our
the
friends
frame rate
is
totally tanked when it
hopeless.
zoomed in on
There's
Fang
gotta
and
be a
Vanille
way.
there.
Let's keep on looking.
Oh well.
That's what we came here for.
Oh, was that some screen
We
tearing?
all agreed, and now we're here.
you think?
Man, so much for relentless optimization.
Possible?
Sure. Anything is.
The designers were probably as sick of this place as us.
There's no going back.
We haven't even been there
You
yet,
don't think I know that?
and already it's bad. And even in this dumb incidental plot moment, Saz is just still being Saz.
Well, you know, he's trying to comfort Fang. He's like, oh, by the way, your village is totally gone, and, you know, all the nature-y shit that you remember, that was 500 years ago. Sorry.
Welp.
That shit's whack.
Before we go down to Erba, we do actually have one more thing we need to do in the tower.
Oh,
I promise it'll be short.
Is that flying thing over there?
No, that's just one of those, that's one of those, wyvern guys from, like, 2 videos ago. The ones who were outside.
ones with the really dumb names. That wasn't actually a thing I remember, that was just a complete guess. The odds are pretty good. Hey.
Yeah, so there's one of these guys up here on the roof, and he'll call up an elevator for us, and this will let us access the 7th floor, which is the only floor that we have not seen yet.
Well, isn't that fascinating?
Why is there even a statue? Why isn't the elevator just there? You know, whatever.
Probably because they don't want you to be able to do it until after the Dahaka fight? I don't know.
Also, how come that place we were just at is called the Apex, when it's actually like right in the middle of the tower and the actual top half of the tower has been sliced off and is off to the side? Huh? Explain that one, game. Guys, I think we've caught Final Fantasy XIII in a lie. I'm sorry, the illusion's being shattered. I just can't go along with this anymore. Also, there's another one of these things.
Yeah, you say, we talked to this guy, and now the elevator can go all the way up the tower. Which is good, because we're going to need that in a second.
Man, they had such a poignant moment with their, quote, death, unquote, and now they've just cheapened it. Or something, I don't know.
Sure, well, let's go with that.
Well, either way, the game doesn't come out of it looking very good.
Well, the one good thing of note is that there is a free collector's catalog up here, and that shit sells for like 50,000 gil, so...
Cool.
Considering we already have one.
Pretty nice.
Although, you know, later you'll laugh at the prospect of 50,000 gil.
You say later, it's not that long from now.
Oh, I don't want to think about it. I regret bringing this up.
You know, I didn't do the stupid gil grinding at the end because I didn't care. It's probably a good idea.
That's a good attitude to have.
Yeah, for sure. Like, the correct response to that is to hacks, basically.
So, yeah, here's this thing. We have an Undying to fight.
Oh, cool. Both of those guys are actually somewhat engaging.
But this one's kind of special. This one cannot be touched by debuffs at all. So we're gonna have to get a little creative with our party here.
So wait, why did we need this elevator? Isn't it the same room we were in before?
I think we can make this work.
Well, okay then. So hey, it's a Zero Saboteur party.
You say we need the elevator because we have, in order to summon him, we have to go from the top to the bottom on the elevator. So we have to clear the way so we can go through all 8 floors.
Is that specifically a requirement in going?
Yes, that is specifically how you initiate the cutscene where he shows up.
Okay, that's kind of odd.
It's like they suddenly and violently remembered that they were supposed to have this stupid musical elevator gimmick, but they completely ruined it in all of their actual incidental uses. So they put this one thing in here just so they could have an excuse to pretend that they knew all along that the elevator was interesting and that they were going to do something cool with it. He doesn't actually look very interesting.
He's not. At least visually, he's not very interesting. So yeah. You want Vale and Bar Thunder up on everyone immediately.
Unless you really like Deprotect, Imperil, and Poison.
It's because, yeah, Leavenbolt is his standard attack.
You know, just speaking from personal preference, I don't like Imperil, Poison, or Deprotect. Yeah, that's... I can see why you want to have buffs up.
Yeah, this is a fight you need to be completely buffed, more or less, at all times, because you will get your shit kicked in.
And again, imagine doing this without levels. Although if you've not leveled, then you would have had to somehow get past the Harker, and yeah.
So, yeah, like I said, totally immune to debuffs, has 1.5 HP.
Yeah, this guy looks pretty tough.
Honestly, once you get him started, he's really not that bad. It's just that, you know, even with that huge 500% stagger meter, you're still gonna have to go through it probably twice, just because of his sheer damage resistance. And of course the AI does not... You almost have to play as Hope, just because the AI does not know... You know, when you go into the fight, the AI doesn't know anything about him, so...
Can't you just liberate him?
Well, you can, but again, the AI always prioritizes you want to go to Shell, then Protect, then Shell, then yada 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 down the line. Right, you need to be Hope so that you can immediately drop Vale and Bar Thunder, because the AI will not even touch Bar Thunder until after you get smacked with a Leavenbolt in the face.
Yeah, I think we've... I'm sure we've talked before about the fact that the AI is bad at managing priority of buffs. And it's one of the things that's very obviously missing from this game when you compare it to, say, 12, when you could literally script the priority of every series of actions that you can think of. Really, this system would actually be great if it was just a little bit more fine-tunable. Like if they made paradigms just a little bit more like Gambits. Not exactly like Gambits, otherwise that would just be Final Fantasy XII, but... you know...
Yeah, that would be nice.
Somewhere in the depths of all this is the idea that they were going for, and it's a good one.
So yeah. There you go.
Well, that was an Undying fight.
Yes, it was.
They're cool. They like the Undying fights. They actually kind of feel like I'm playing a video game. And again with this shit. Well, let's not comment on that at all.
Nah, we're done. Okay, but that's it though. We are done with Tajin's Tower for real now.
Are we? Are you prepared to swear that we're never, ever, ever coming back here, not even for a stupid hunt later on?
I'm not gonna guarantee that, but I'm pretty sure that we're done.
Because, you know, knowing this game, I'm sure you can appreciate my skepticism.
But, here we go. Once we get on the elevator, it's a one-way trip to Erba.
That elevator is on the collapsed side of the tower. This...
Now that looks like an easier way to get where we're going.
easier.
Well, let's take it.
Huh.
Wouldn't want you to throw your back out climbing, old man.
That's not the word I would have chosen to describe this situation. Well, fuck it, let's roll.